Good morning, loves. It is time for our 60-second devotion. Today we're in Luke chapter 12, verse 15 through 21. And he said to them, "Take care, be on your guard against all kinds of greed, for one's life doesn't consist of the abundance of possessions." And then he told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? For I have no place to store my crops." And then he said, "I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. I will say to my soul, 'Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you. And the things you have prepared, whose will they be?' So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich with God." So this week, we're talking about generosity. And I think when we hear the word generosity, most of us immediately think about money. But generosity is so much bigger than what's in our bank account. In that parable, Jesus talks about the rich man who has more than he needs, and his solution is simple: build bigger barns and keep it all for himself. But did you notice that Jesus doesn't condemn him for having a successful harvest? The problem is what he does with the abundance. His entire vocabulary was me, mine, my crops, my barn, my grain, my goods. There was no thought about who might be hungry, no thought about who might need help, no thought about how his abundance could become someone else's blessing. And that challenges us because we all have something we can either hoard or share. Maybe you don't have extra money right now. That's okay. Do you have an hour? Can you cook a meal? Can you give someone a ride? Can you share something you know? Can you encourage somebody? Can you sit with a friend who's hurting? Can you make room at your table? Can you listen without trying to fix everything? Generosity is basically living life with open hands. Because when we close our fists around everything we have, our money, our time, our talents, even our attention, we leave zero room to give or receive. Yesterday, we said that generosity starts with recognizing what God has already given to us. So maybe today the question is, what has God produced in my hands that was never meant to stay there? Take a breath with me and look around at what you already have, not just what you wish you had. And now ask God, how can I use this to love somebody today? Because generosity isn't measured by how much you have. Sometimes it's simply measured by how willing you are to open your hands. Tag someone whose generosity has made a difference in your life. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for our 60-second devotion.